okay, this one's going to be quick, but I wanted to document it because I'm figuring things out. And I was wondering how much of human activity is based on what's happening in the stars because I know a lot of people going through kind of something similar. And also, I have felt off. It's not normal for me to have anxiety or I feel fine now, but I felt like I was spiraling and I thought I had the feeling like I was drowning, like the old me. And then I had to figure something out. And I think I figured the main thing out, at least. Um, but I'm trying to track, like, I haven't felt normal for a while. And I think it started when I got sick. Like, I think the virus that I got that affected my stomach, like, that was my root chakra. And I have felt like I'm in fight or flight. I wonder, like, if I'm somehow spiritually compromised because of that. Like, that's the base of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? That's the root of it all. Um, so I'm thinking that um, like I'm spiritually sick because I got physically sick, or vice versa. Like I've yeah felt off. And in my life, like I had a job to do, and my hard drive crashed out of nowhere, and it was like, okay, I'm off balance. Something's wrong. So trying to figure that out while putting out fires is kind of difficult. And there's a couple things that I think took my energy. One was I made a Reddit account. I thought, you know, it's all bots on there. Dead internet theory. Like if you want to see a real human being, you got to scroll. I remember when Reddit was sold, and all of a sudden everybody on Reddit changed to think one way. And I was thinking like most of the posts are negative and the comments are negative, and I was like, maybe I can help someone by saying something enlightening or helpful or whatever. Like, am I the asshole? Should I cut this person off? Whatever, and like just give like a perspective that you wouldn't normally hear on, you know what I mean, on a echo chamber. So like themes of like forgiveness and the stuff that I've learned. So I was like, okay, maybe my energy going there. So I deleted the account. And then um, today, this is yeah bizarre. I'm at the gym and I get a text and it's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, hello, like to what do I owe the pleasure? And his ex girlfriend from years ago, and I don't know what she was reaching out for initially. Like it was kind of you know out of the blue. She was engaged. I assume not anymore if she's hitting me up. And I was like, okay, she's an Aries. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Sorry, my shoulder's peeling. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Um, but she had a bunch of questions about like our relationship and um, things that happened and wanted clarity. It's just an excuse, I'm sure, to talk and see if I'm available. I think um, maybe, but she called me and initially I was like, I'm not, you know, don't. I was like, I'm driving, I won't hear you. Then I was like, you know what, fine. And then we talked for like 2 hours, and it was me teaching her that now teaching. I would say that this person, while we were dating, was a narcissist. Everything's my fault. It's always, I'm responsible for her feelings and all those usual tropes. And the last time we talked, I think when I like our relationship ended very badly. Like she told the drug dealer to have his friends kill me. I don't think she was serious about it, but that's like the type of, and fucking what did I do? Unreal. Um, that's what I heard. Um, but like one of those people when they're mad they see red. So it ended bad, and then like when I started having my spiritual awakening and whatever, like you want your impact on the world to just be positive. So I sent her an email. I was like, no hard feelings. Like now that time has passed. This is a long time ago, years ago, I think. Um, 2 years ago, I sent the email. Maybe like now that time has passed. Like I wanted to apologize. Like we didn't see eye to eye. We couldn't really communicate, and water under the bridge. Told her like things that were happening in my life that I had found a belief system, and I went through some really rough stuff or whatever. And she called me at that time, and my advice to her was how to see that she's at fault in some of these situations, and she immediately pushed back. It's what I'm talking about. The narcissism is like she immediately pushed back, like no, this was a mistake, and bye, fuck you, kind of thing. And then this time, I think she's like gone through enough and tired of the repetitive cycle. I just saw a quote that I need to tell you. Now that I have multiple phones, I will load this up and find out what the quote is that applies directly. So it was like when the discomfort of remaining the same outweighs the discomfort of change is when things start to happen. I think that's the quote. Let me see if I'm a genius or not. Sometimes I just like, yeah, okay. So nothing happens until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change. How true is that? So this time when we talked, it was like she was receptive. I was saying how we like manifest our fears. Like she was saying how um, her relationships would end in a certain way, and how she couldn't forgive certain things, and if she thought about things that happened in the past, she said she could feel the same pain and would relive it. She knows exactly how she felt at that time. And I was like, your body doesn't know that what you're thinking about is current pain or past pain. So your body's like releasing the stress chemicals. Like you're actually killing yourself. And my usual, like all the quotes that I've learned, no tree can reach heaven, who's doing all these things. And she was like, I need to get a pen and paper to write this down. It was like very receptive. And then at one point, my like the phone was on my cheek, and I heard beep 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 beep, and then I look, my cheek unlocked the phone, hit dial pad, and hit three four times. Three 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 three. I was like, oh fuck, again. So I like, it's a synchronicity, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm in the right place, I guess. But um, I shared with her a lot of things that I don't think she would have listened to before, and um, it might be she's trying to entertain me so that I'd be interested again. I think she's her like goal was to hang out with me today, but like no thank you. Um, but I was wondering if this is like the timing is interesting. The timing is interesting, and I just wonder if there's like cycles where humans go through based on the astrological alignment. like how much of it is predestined, how much of it is just basically like a random number generator. Like numerology determines your path in life and when you awake and all these things. Um, so what's interesting is she was saying that she's in her 40s now. She's older than I am. She just broke up with the guy that she was engaged to, who she's been on and off with for like 20 years. And she was saying that she wants a man to lead her, and that society now is like women are competing with men, and women aren't in their female energy, and how she's tired and doesn't want to work, and all these things. And it's like I totally am on board with all of that. But it was interesting to see how she was very, while we were together, in her masculine energy, like competing with me. And then now that it's too late to become a mom, I think now she's regretting how she acted and how she felt, and seeing how, I think for the first time, that it's her perspective that created hell. And that's the thing that I guess I just learned, is that even though that I know our thoughts create our reality and we can create heaven or hell, like this, two people can have the same experiences and one creates trauma out of it and one they don't consider it trauma, and their lives will be completely different based on their interpretation. What happened to us isn't what happened to us, it's what we believe happened to us, right? So she sees every ex-boyfriend or every fight was she's an innocent person and a victim, and someone lied and someone did this and did that. And I was like, you know what, no one had a gun to your head, right? Like, if your needs weren't getting met, you can say goodbye. You chose to stay, that's on you. And she was saying, how do you find like this perfect relationship? How do you find? And I was like, well, you have to go inside. You have to fix the things in you, and then you'll attract the right thing. And if you're not working on it, you're not going to find it. But if you start becoming self-aware, the world opens up to you, basically. And the entire time we're on the phone, I saw butterflies everywhere. I saw dragonflies. I saw numbers. I was like, I mean, like, and I don't know if it was my transformation or hers that it was symbolizing. But I feel like something big has been brewing inside me that I had to figure out and unlock and understand. And it's weird, of all people, she decided to reach out to me to have this conversation, and then was receptive to everything that I said. Um, and then, yeah, the numbers. Still a lot of threes. Um, I said this is going to be short because I have to go somewhere, but yeah, I wonder what the significance of that is. I still, I don't have any intention to meet up with her or continue to talk, but if someone needs help, why would I not help? Like, she might have just been faking it to get attention or to try to rekindle something. Um, but yeah, what am I here for if it's not to share? She said, like, how much do I owe you for my therapy session? I was like, I think you should, if you know something, you should share it for free. It shouldn't be something you pay for. If I figure something out that can help you, like, I'm happy to share it if you're willing to listen. Um, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. But it was nice, like, to have a real conversation with someone who I couldn't have a conversation with when we were in a relationship. I barely remember it. It feels, and I don't feel like we ever got that close. It was like it's a weird time in my life. Uh, but I could tell like there are things that have injured this person that she's never gotten over and never addressed because it's always external. It's always an external factor. You did this, so now I'm not happy. You did this, so I'm not happy. And I see that obviously in myself because I've done the same thing. I do the same thing. I've done it my whole life, so I don't have like unless it was a relationship where I wasn't in love with the person, that's an easy thing to walk away from and not cause any, you know what I mean? Like there's no turbulence, there's no. But when you have like high emotions and your subconscious led you to a person, it's obviously for a reason and for a lesson. It's your destiny that you're being drawn to. So whether that destiny is your final destination, I don't know, but it is your destiny. That's that magnetic attraction. No matter where you go on this planet, you're going to that person will have a pull. Eventually, the universe will conspire to make that happen. Um, and I'm saying this out loud because I want to see what happens next. I feel very anxious about what the next thing is. Like I feel like I'm seeing so many signs and so many things are happening, so many changes happening all at once that I feel like something profound is about to happen. Like me, I think that's my gut feeling. I think that's why like I've been jittery. I've maybe it's fine now. I had to force myself to eat today. Like I can't even drink a protein shake. I can't get food in me. But I can tell by my cheeks I'm getting it back. I like when my face is thin. I don't like when my muscles are thin. Um, but yeah, it's abnormal to document so often in succession. But so I feel like so many things are happening, and I feel like I'm on the cusp of something happening significant in my life. So I'm leaving breadcrumbs. I'm like leaving a trail of like, hey, this is what happened leading up to that thing, whatever it is. And I wonder if my subconscious mind is connected to the future and knows something I don't and is anxious for me. And that's what I'm feeling. Like I tried to meditate, and that's what brought me to the conclusion. I was like, I need to delete my Reddit account. It's like just let's not participate. This ain't it. And I wonder if me posting these things is also that. Am I giving my energy away? But all the great teachers, spiritual teachers, once they achieve enlightenment, they always come back and say, "This is how you do it." But nobody documents it on their way, so it's harder to follow. And then when they die, like you can misinterpret the words, right? But I'm on the path. I'm trying to be enlightened. I'm trying to have control over no more karma. It's dharma. It's not my emotions don't lead me. I lead me. It's not my subconscious mind. It's my conscious mind. And they become one and the same. I become a conscious creator of my reality. I get to I get to manifest everything that I want, which I believe is the case. Like if I look at my life, I did it, and I wasn't playing with a full deck. So there's got to be a method to it. There's got to be some reason it happened, and it's because I believed I could do it. It's because I believed I deserve it, and if my spiritual energy is coming back, my intention is to double my income. My intention is to double my income because I want to do more in this world. Not just experience the world, but make it better and help others. I want to do more. So making the intention, I'm saying it out loud. I am doing what I learned, whether it's Manly P. Hall or Neville Goddard or Carl Jung or you know what I mean. Like they all kind of say the same thing. And then the big one is love. Like I want to do everything from a place of love, true love, like agape love, right? And I also want to be loved in that way, that perfect love that has no record of wrongdoing. That you know, it's like no matter what Pablo Escobar did, his mom was like, no, he's a good boy. He helps the pobres. You know, not that that's a great example, but that type of love where it's like you can you can always forgive because you see the good. Um, you know someone's heart, so even when they fuck up, you don't take it personal. You don't say you made the wrong noises with your mouth, so now I'm not going to show you love for a period of time. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to withdraw love. I'm going to make you feel bad because you made me feel bad. But if like I do something unintentional and I'm punished for it, I withdraw like a turtle into my shell. I'm like, oh, it's not safe here. Boop. Am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? It's a movie no one has ever seen, but how do you find that? Like, is it something that you teach, or is it something that you find already complete? Am I supposed to meet an enlightened person and then it feels like magic immediately? Am I supposed to attain enlightenment and show others? What is it? Like, can someone answer me? I'd like to know. So I all the signs that I see in the world are telling me to shut the fuck up and calm down and everything's fine and I'm on the right track. But the feeling I have inside feels like I'm off track. And I'll do the mental gymnastics to reel it in, and then it seems like it's like someone else is feeding me anxiety. It's like coming from external. Um, it feels really weird and bizarre, and I'm not quite getting why that is. But again, like that's the point of documenting it. There's no way I could write this down in my fucking composition book, and it would sound or feel the same. I have to say it out loud. I process things out loud. I have ADHD, and I wasn't allowed to make noise in the house I was growing up in. So I just had my mind would go while people are talking. I'm like, and in like REM sleep while I'm awake. Um, I need to get it out, otherwise it makes me weird. Um, and yeah, not having many friends on the path. This is my outlet because I don't want to bother people either. Um, so yeah, I know that that relationship that I was in that that just popped back up. There's nothing for me there. It's not. I know what I want, and it doesn't look like that. And it's not like a. She's a great girl, and I hope she finds everything she wants. But I know what I want in my life, and I'm specific about what I want. Which I wonder: is this a test? Was this like, let's see if he's dumb? Which again, I guess we'll see, right? There should be more spiritual tests coming, and I guess how I pass those tests will determine my results. I feel like I'm in the midst of something. It feels weird here in this space. And I feel like I have to keep myself busy, which means I need to not be busy. So, uh, I can think. I can figure it out. I know that something has been eluding me. And I know that something is coming. And everything is cycles. So I'm trying to get onto a different wheel, at least. I don't want to repeat the same cycles. Let me graduate to a new level at least. Okay, I said it was going to be short, and it's not. Um, if something significant happens, I'm glad that I am leaving breadcrumbs. If nothing happens, I'll feel very weird about it because it feels like something's happening. You know? Something's happening inside. I imagine it will manifest on the outside soon as well. Okay,